all this beautiful scenery, and I've got Machine Gun Kelly in my head. Fuck you, goodbye, you've hurt me for the last time. Meet my pug in a mug. Thought we could just have a little chat and some tea. Hope that sounds good. The birds agree. I thought today I would talk a little bit about family and how we are all so determined to find our own way sometimes, that we maybe can't see the benefits of where we came from, who we came from, where we came from. And I know that I myself have been sort of wrestling with a lack of love for England, which is not particularly fair because it's a beautiful place. But I think because I grew up here, there's a certain amount of advantage I've taken from being somewhere that's quite peaceful, relatively safe and caring, but it's felt very oppressive in some ways. These are the rules, now follow them. And I don't know whether that's really fair, but that's how I felt. And I think that traveling has given me a lot of freedom, and it's helped me see things from a different perspective. And I think that it's helped me question a lot of things that I grew up thinking were normal, or I grew up surrounded by and adopted as my own, when they weren't mine to hold. And there's nothing wrong with how I've changed or why I've changed, but there's a certain sense of freedom that comes with detaching from the place you grew up and loving the place and the people for exactly who they are and where they are, and choosing not to adopt that for yourself. And I find myself holding a lot of shame around this idea of leaving or traveling or moving or changing or growing or whatever. But I really want to destigmatize that for myself. You know, I'm a purely selfish being, I think. But I think the more people normalize disidentifying with the place they grew up, and maybe if we were all a little less identified with certain behaviors and mannerisms that are customary to where we grew up, and experience different cultures, experience different creative expressions, because that's all mannerisms are, really. It's, you know, it's creative license, and they're all beautiful in their own special ways, you know. Obviously some are a little more destructive than others, but that's a completely different conversation, and not one that I personally choose to dwell on, because everyone else is doing that for me. I choose to focus on my control, what I can look at, what I can feel into, and what else can I do? Maybe that will change one day, but for the meantime, the Aries energy that's around at the moment has really cultivated a lot of questions in my heart, and I think that that's what we should do more of. Just questioning, you know. We don't need to know the answers, Fuck, no one has the answers. I don't have the answers. You don't have the answers. The Queen doesn't have the answers. Although I'm sure she has some answers, because she's a pretty dope woman, to be honest. She's pretty dope, from what I know. The Queen's thrown me off. But my point being, maybe just a little more conversation, a little less action, baby. That's all I'm gonna say. Cheers. Happy Saturday. Big hugs, big kisses. Mwah. Your pal, Han. All unfolds in the perfect way.